With one tap, you're in. Only on Tap In Radio.
You foolish, foolish. You foolish, yeah. You foolish, yeah. My mama unstable. No, mama unfaithful. Ooh, la mama distasteful. Ooh, la mama unstable. You got that toxic love that I can't get enough. You got that toxic love that I can't get enough. Foolish. You foolish, yeah. You foolish, yeah. My mama unstable. No, I'm unfaithful. Ooh, la mama distasteful. Ooh, la mama unstable. You got that toxic love that I can't get enough. You got that toxic love that I can't get enough. I need the spice of my life, even though everything is alright. I know everything is a lie. Yeah. If you think you're the only one, you're foolish. If you think you're the only one, you're foolish. She got 1 man, 2 man, 3 man, 4. When you leave, they walking right through the door. She got 1 man, 2 man, 3 man, 4. Ooh, she's a pretty little whore. If you think you're the only one, you're foolish. If you think you're the only one, you stupid. Giving out free love like your name was Cupid. I told little mama she can dream, lose it, mama unstable.
Turn up the bass!
You're now listening. Yo, Tap In Radio.
Oh my god, is that Louis?
Get these racks, yeah. You don't need love. Yeah, get the guap, get that guap, yeah. You don't need love. Yeah, get this fatty, no up, yeah. You don't need love. Yeah, I'm getting legal money, please don't call the cops, yeah. You don't need love.
with the Konnect Show on Tap In Radio. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, or at www.thekonnectshow.rock. Don't forget, that's the Konnect Show with a K.
The Konnect Show with a K. Work it. I said the Konnect Show with a K.
God, y'all.
Yes, indeed. Thank you. We are here for another Konnect Show episode. I am Sapphire Waterworks McLovin.
Whoa.
You didn't do the thing.
What thing?
Hey guys.
Hey, guys.
I was going to do that when we got started.
Oh, okay. So,
Okay.
all right, let's
I'm
do it
new
over.
now.
Hold on. Let's
Okay.
start over. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Start over. Hold on. We got to start over.
What's up, everybody? This is the Konnect Show with a K. I'm Sapphire Waterworks McLovin,
I'm Nunu.
and we've got Bam over there.
Yeah.
Mums is out for the day. Bam is stepping in.
Mom's music.
All right. Hey, guys. Thanks so much for joining us here on the Konnect Show YouTube channel.
Welcome to my YouTube channel. Yay!
If you haven't already, please click those subscribe buttons, and we really appreciate your likes and shares so that we can get the word out to other people about the information we share with you.
Yippee!
Today, we'll be reviewing stories such as teenage geniuses, and I'll be telling you how to sneak out of a meeting in plain sight using our helpful book, The Complete Worst Case Scenario Survival Handbook. Well, that's coming up towards later on in the show. But right now, what we're going to do is make sure you know that you can share your independent music with us right here at the Konnect Show at thekonnectshow@gmail.com.
Yeah!
So, one of the things we're going to do is a quick review. Nunu, would you like to tell them how you feel about your green tea?
I just love my green tea. It is so good, and I keep chugging it down like it's water.
So, one of the interesting things about her green tea is that it's green tea citrus. So refreshing, so rejuvenating. Especially on a hot day like today. It wasn't as hot as some of our days have been, but it was pretty warm out there. Indeed. So a tea like this will bring you all the refreshment that you need. That's right, green tea citrus. Oh, you just gonna take it from my hand like that? That's what you gonna do? That's what you gonna do in the product placement? Okay, fine. Anyway. Did you try to pretend like you were gonna splash me with
No,
the tea?
I said,
Oh, you're just shaking it.
yeah.
All right.
What?
Is that a dog barking?
It's her.
We're hearing random noises here
Sorry.
in the studio. We're not really sure, like, what happened exactly. All we know.
What's your favorite breed of dog?
Okay, so I wanted a teddy bear dog.
Is that what it's actually called?
It's called a teddy bear dog.
Is that the real breed's name?
If you Google it, a little teddy bear dog comes up. It looks like a little teddy bear.
Yeah.
It's a mix. I think of I was about to say pomegranate, but it's not a fruit. A Pomeranian. It's a mix, I think, of a Pomeranian and
It's cute.
it's cute.
Yeah,
It's cute.
It's
For those of
tiny,
you
though.
who haven't, what?
it's tiny.
That's why I wanted it, so I could just be like, bloop, toss you right there in a little bush, do your business, I'll pick you up,
in the bush.
pick you back up, we can roll out. What's it made out of, though?
Made? Oh, I didn't look.
What breeds they are? I think
Yeah.
it's a Pomeranian and, like, not a Shih Tzu, but maybe like some kind of small poodle. I'm not sure.
Maybe. It's not saying.
Oh, yeah. All I know is teddy bear dog. When I looked it up.
Oh, Shih Tzu and Bitcoin Frise.
Oh yes, I've seen that before. Yeah, I've heard of that before. It's also known as a Maltese.
Yes, ma'am.
So it could be a Bichon Frise or it could be a Maltese. But that Shih Tzu is in there.
Have you seen a dwarf cat?
No, but that was the thing that was throwing me off about them was because Shih Tzus are kind of sometimey. You know what I mean? So they can be a little yappy. That's what was holding me back from a teddy bear dog.
Look at the dwarf cat.
Was that a dog down there?
No.
We thought we heard a dog barking.
Oh, next door.
Oh.
Look.
And then she asked me my favorite kind, and I said a teddy bear dog.
What?
A teddy bear dog. Why is his tail so big? I don't like it.
It's really short. It's a dwarf cat.
She's showing me a Munchkin cat breed. I don't.
They're like this. They're really short.
Bam, do you have any pets?
Yes, I'm a Yorkie.
A Yorkie.
You got a Yorkie? I did not see you coming there with that. Like, there was some things I thought you were going to say, but a Yorkie wasn't one of them. Look at you.
Nice little Yorkie.
He said a nice little... What's the Yorkie's name?
Princess.
Princess.
Oh, and she's vicious too.
Her name is Princess.
A vicious Yorkie that named Princess. So do you like get her hair dyed and do bows and all that? He said all that. I can't. It's like, I feel like men pamper their female dogs more than anybody else.
They're pets in general.
I mean, but it's something about a female dog when I see guys with these bows and the dyed hair, the painted little doggy nails, the little studded collars.
Nah, it'd be the female like Rottweilers and Pit Bulls. When I see niggas in the hood with bows and shit, I'm like, yo, that's a, like, I know that's a big dog already. Walking down the block with some rats in his ear.
I'm cute.
Basically.
All right, so when we come back, we're going to get into a couple of these stories. There's plenty of stories for us to start off with. I'm excited about a few of them, such as the rap bill that I've been talking about on a couple of shows is finally, I can't even speak too much on what it might do because, you know, things happen with lawmakers. But we'll be back with some exciting info and stories. So don't go anywhere. We're going to give you a nice little song or two for you to listen to, for you to marinate to.
Marinate, it's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we'll be back after.
We gonna get to the dollars.
Okay. Toodle.
This joint right here feels like Christmas '84. Y'all know what I'm talking about. 'Cause y'all was never in the spirit of giving. Y'all was always in the spirit of getting. That's how you got it. That's why your deal didn't pan out. It wasn't about the skill. Listen.
We came up from nothing, we came from the trenches, escaping police and escaping the sentence. 1 foot in, 1 foot out, can't title them fences. I'm on my defenses cause they wouldn't listen. Information was missing, this is the mission. Learn everything that I can. Get money is nothing, so why they be proud? Fucking bitches don't make you a man. But I understand, that's part of the point. Labels wanna purchase the soul for some bands. They can't print enough money to take something from me, so they gon' try to do what they can. To stop me, I copy, I'm probably a threat. I'm probably the best they can do it, they follow the movement. That's why I'm not losing, they call it improving. I'm simply just choosing to win. Not doing it again, I keep pushing, creating the cushion. They looking, I like it, I'm sitting, I write it. The king with the ice and the weed, no advice when I'm moving like lightning. I just got a license, driving them crazy, no ifs, so maybe that's why they can't blame me. Was raised in the 80s, I'm had in Mercedes, and we was just babies, but that's when I made up my mind. If I ever get signed, I'ma do what I like, I'm alright with
to be this way, it costs to be the boss. I guess that's the thing I'm supposed to say. Living off the rush, like flush, just like a bottom. Look at options, so certain things I don't wanna be bothered with. The red bottoms fit, you wouldn't hesitate to wear them. Reflecting on things that would see you staring in the mirror. Now I can see it clearer. Hindsight is 2020. What I learned, this was earned. No one can never take it from me. Waking up feeling funny like I'm still not supposed to be here. Trapped in old emotions cause I'm still trying to be fair. And you texted me, you missing sleeping next to me. Disaster was on the menu, that this would be the recipe. Maybe it's best that we don't communicate, cause if we get together, you know what type of mood to create.
You gon' tell me that you late my flight, even though I know what was said underneath, but you can believe it for you.
I'm okay, hope that you are. I heard from some mutual friends you bought a new car, that's great. I'm happy you doing well and you prospering. The way things got left, I just felt like I should acknowledge it. Maybe not face to face, so I thought that this would be better for you. Not trying to cause any trouble, now things are better for you. Probably not as toxic as I used to be. Not to make excuses, but all of this is still new for me. Truthfully, don't want to be the reason for the relapse. Neither one of us need that. I hope that you can see that. The same as me, so we not moving aimlessly. Do anything heinously, cause that would be a shame if we acted off an instinct and not think of the repercussion of this discussion and not wait for things to run their course, of course, cause everybody gotta carry their cross.
Feel me?
Oh my God, is that EC?
She take Drake. Robot. I swear they be trying, but they can't keep up. No Z in my pants, and you know that my pants creased up. I hear you talking to me and you, baby girl, but it can't be us. I ain't kidding, but no plan B. Stay up late night with the family. All blood, so we vamping. Y'all tired, y'all can't keep up. But she down for me. I got an ounce, she got a pound for me. She ain't my girl, she my dog, she a hound for me. But I ain't gonna be speaking on. I got the word, she take a weekend off. And then we turn the weekend on. They can ask the truth, but them Jimmy shoes, she keep them on. The good times, they gon' make it happen. I change my mind when she make it clap, and I take it back. Shit, I'm taking it back. You record it and I play it back. Forget people stack it. Next to that, you my favorite habit. It's stating facts, man. Baby girl, my nights are warm beside you. Baby girl, my days are cold beside you. Babe, it's not you.
I wonder if she really want me. I wonder if she really love me. I be in and out of different countries, and there's one thing that's really funny. I be feeling like a scummy nigga when I'm not in her presence. I be feeling like a dummy when I learn all my lessons. We compliment each other, we like salad and dressing. I worship and caressing when she kindly undressing. Even if she was to die, I could carry her essence. To death do us part, I be doing my part. God sculpted the Jew and I'm loving his art. God sculpted the Jew and I'm loving his art. Shots of Casamigos turn me to a demon. Life like an art show, now my second brain is fiending. Dip my brush and print, I hope to God I'm dreaming. We got soul ties, I don't want to sound demeaning.
Oakley dokley. Let go. Alrighty. You are rocking out here with the Konnect Show. And I am Sapphire Waterworks McLovin.
I'm Nunu.
And we're joined today by Bam.
You know it. I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
nobody
here.
can hear
I'm
you.
here.
Oh, oh.
I'm right here.
Now they can hear you.
I'm right here.
Good for you, biggity, biggity, bam.
Oh, that's like that Harry D song. I dig it.
If you did,
No, like, what the hell is
what?
that?
Okay, if you didn't know, we're on social media like Instagram, Snapchat,
TikTok,
Facebook.
Kinda Facebook, apparently.
Yeah, I'm glad you know the truth.
Snapchat.
We post. It's just, I mean, you know.
YouTube.
Word. We were gonna get to that because remember, hey guys, we're back.
Oh, we're still doing that?
Thanks so much for
Thanks
staying.
for coming back. Oh my gosh.
All right. So let's get into these stories, Nunu. All right, I've got some positive stories to talk about.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah, what? No, it's not.
I'm
I often have positive stories.
I'm joking.
Dang, hating on the low. All right, this is about Metro Boomin. So remember that shooting that happened at the grocery store in Buffalo where the 10 people were killed by the guy who was trying to eradicate black people?
He's racist, basically.
Yeah, he's a hater. Now,
A hater. Why you call everybody a hater?
I mean,
He's a psychopath.
he got big hate though.
I agree with Noah.
That's a psychopath.
I mean, he is a psychopath.
That's
but
not just a hater. That's a psychopath.
you know what? It'd be funny if he gets like savagely raped by like big ass black dudes in jail. I know isn't he in federal custody? Yeah. But I still think that would be hilarious.
Dear God.
Just like,
Ain't no suicide watch.
who cares? I mean, let's savagely, like, I'm going to get real medieval on that ass. You know what I mean? Take it back to Pulp Fiction. Let them just hammer my man's out. Like, say it louder. I'm not going to You know what I mean? Like, give it to him. Anyway, I digress. Back to the good times for the story, though. Sorry. Lost my moment. Metro Boomin actually paid off the mortgage of the security guard and retired police officer who died in that mass shooting. So he still has a son and a wife. And so he paid off the mortgage for them and actually talked to the son. And I guess they had like a whole conversation. So when the son posted about this, that Metro called him and asked him if he could help. He's like, how many people do this? I'll never forget what he did. And Metro even commented, with love always, bro, my line is always open. And I meant every single thing I said back when we spoke. Isn't that beautiful? Can we get a round of applause for Metro Boomin? Oh, he said, not right now. Give it to him, Nunu. Thank you, Nunu. That's what I'm talking about, girl. Get them hands a clapping. Talking about not now, because he don't want to put his snack down. Ain't that disrespectful? Anywho, next we're going to get into another feel-good story in hip-hop. Are we not excited about these feel-good moments that are coming to us through hip-hop? And this one is 50. No, he's not clowning people on social media. This time he's teamed up with, because he's done this before with another team, but he's got a multi-year partnership with the Sacramento Kings because of his G Unity Foundation charity and Sire Spirits. Okay, so we know that's alcohol, but the G Unity Foundation charity helped get the deal, and what they're gonna do is, okay, they're gonna be the beverage sponsor for the Rush by Sire Spirits Club, and then I have like, I don't even know how to say the champagne name, but the G Unity Foundation is gonna provide with the Sacramento Kings Foundation to provide scholarships and other initiatives to help local youth. Yay! Yay! We can't get an applause for that either? Hey, did you know people can see you? Thank you. Thank you very much. That's just... Anyway, he's done a little something, but that's how you feel? You just gonna run all into the table like that?
I didn't mean to.
Anywho, they're very happy. They're very happy about the partnership. Okay, thank you. Let's talk about the Rap Act. Another positive thing happening in hip hop. Can you see what that says?
Congress shall make no law of adding the freedom of speech.
Doing what?
I can't read that.
Who is paying for your education?
I can't see. It's all tiny. Talk about my education.
Congregation shall make no law abridging the freedom of speech. Basically what's happening. Look at us. We came up. All right, so basically what it is that it's seeking to ban lyrics from being used as evidence in court. I've been talking about this on a few shows. Meek Mill, Jay-Z, Fat Joe ended up jumping on board, really pushing this, because what I didn't know was this was part of Young Thug's indictment, was his lyrics. And I was like, seriously? Like, how are we doing that with music?
But, like, how do you take someone's, like, way of showing art and be like, you should be arrested because in your art, you did this. Like, it's not just showing how you feel.
Because who is mainly hip-hop?
Black people.
Black men in
America.
Yeah,
I should have known.
So they claim lyrics like, it's all my business, we know to kill the biggest cats of all kittens, that's an overt act in furtherance of the conspiracy.
Yeah, because that's dumb.
Yeah, it's been some bullshitting. So a couple of the lawmakers involved in this.
You know they just be saying stuff. They ain't grow up in no house all hungry and sad with no heat.
He said with no heat. Yeah, because
they be like, had to open the oven to feel some warmth.
And everybody's teacher apparently told them they weren't going to be anything. I don't know what that's about. Like, what school system were y'all in?
People.
I teach them that shit.
Seriously?
Swear to God, like, you ain't gonna be nothing. He told half the class we ain't gonna be nothing.
Your teacher told y'all that y'all weren't going to be anything.
I put that on everything I love. She said that. Told half the class, like, half of y'all ain't gonna be nothing. I don't know. She tried to flip to my. She used that as motivation, but nah, she meant that shit.
How is that gonna be motivation? That's just attacking my character.
She just mad because when she asked us what we all wanted to be, and nobody did not once say English teacher.
I mean,
why would I want to be?
She was one of those people that like she's an advocate for that education shit. Like, oh, a teacher job is the greatest job in the world. You keep the lesson going and going.
I mean,
you can't force that on other people, though.
Yeah, but I don't even encourage my students to say, I don't encourage half the stuff that's in there because it's all usually blue collar. Not that I'm mad at that, but I'm like, don't just tell the little black and brown babies they can just be firefighters and police officers and teachers. Like, let's talk about them being astrophysicists. Yes. Let's talk about them being Misty Copeland ballerinas.
Yes.
Let's talk about them going off into fields that they don't normally see. So we end up watching things on YouTube with people that look like them who are doing those jobs. I don't have anything against people wanting to be a teacher, but I also want them to aspire to be a professor.
I agree with you. Like, I hate like they just try to make that like that's the common American job, but it's not.
Firefighter, police officer, that's what you want
to do. A teacher or a doctor.
Teacher, and even some of them about doctors. Like, I have to explain, some of them haven't been to the dentist yet. So we have to talk about what a dentist does. We have to talk about what a nurse does versus what a doctor does. And so all of those things are important, but when I'm showing them Neil deGrasse, that's not his whole name. There's some other stuff, some Tyson, Neil deGrasse. When I'm talking about him as a person who actually does this for a living, a physicist, we have to get into what scientists do. And so I tell them, you can be little scientists. You know what I mean?
You know what's crazy? You just pointed out something. You know, how, like you just said about the doctor. They never teach you like what's a nurse, something else. They always say a doctor.
They say a doctor,
and they don't say they say a doctor like there's not multiple
different
doctors.
Yeah, like there's not different types.
Look, I want to go back and be one of my elementary school teachers. Like, you never taught me which doctor to be. You just say I'm the doctor.
Yeah, because they don't say neurosurgeon, pediatrics. They don't get into.
I might want to be a foot doctor.
Yeah, play with somebody's toes.
You did not have to say it like that. That was nasty.
I'm just saying.
Foot doctor.
Ear, nose, and throat. There's so many options. You could be cosmetic surgeon.
A doctor for little kids.
Speaking
with,
of playing with foots and toes and stuff.
Oh.
This guy right here. Boom.
Toes. All right. So, all right. With this being said, R. Kelly's ex-manager pleads guilty to stalking one of the victims of R. Kelly.
That nigga like Suge Knight.
And not only did he plead guilty to harassing and intimidating, but he also had to plead guilty to interstate stalking.
Dear God, you just...
Because once you cross lines, it's over for you. So they tried to blackmail one of R. Kelly's victims by saying, we will expose these nasty pictures, sexually explicit to be exact, pictures, if you go any further. And it's like, really? First of all, she could have probably made a lick on OnlyFans. But how old was she when y'all doing all of this, and why?
And why do you still have them?
Probably not that old.
And then he also said he would reveal her sexual history. What is that exactly?
In other words, she was busting down the whole team.
But how you know who like maybe that was just a one night on the X field and I'm reformed. Now I'm a wife and mother of 3. You ain't gotta put my hoism out there in the streets. Yeah. So he's doing it.
That nigga said, I don't fuck with you.
Little son.
Yeah, bitch.
I ain't with you. All right, so he's,
Done, son.
Yeah, they didn't say exactly how much time my man's is getting. I think he got a 33-month plea deal.
Like, yeah, he guys got to do community service and pay a fine.
Yeah, he barely doing anything. Not compared to what R. Kelly doing them 30 years.
Listen, R. Kelly gonna come home early. Y'all niggas watch. Somebody gonna come out and say, I know the truth. Because I'm telling you.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
But I heard a comedian say, which I will agree with, those talent shows are going to be amazing. Anywho.
Let's go.
Let's move on.
Those talent shows going to be amazing.
The talent show is going to be amazing.
All right. R. Kelly's still going to find a way to get paid while he in jail.
Oh. All right. So let me tell you, sometimes I give y'all stories just to give you a tip on things not to do, right? Mm. All right. So Cuomo, who was the governor at one point of New York, had an aide. The aide and some people are in a car with the Lyft driver. Get into it with the Lyft driver. Lyft driver pulls over. He like, all you mofos, get out the car. On the side of the highway in Delaware. Car trying to swerve around the Lyft car hits the aide. Admittedly, done up on sight. So the reason I'm presenting this story, because yes, our condolences to his family. If you're ever on the side of a highway, back up. Back up. Like, you know how they got that edge right there, and then they got the little gravel, and then it's the grass?
Just go straight to the grass.
Go off into the grass.
Yeah, I thought they did. I was confused, but they didn't. Oh.
Well, they must not have gone. Nobody else got hit. He was the only one that got hit.
Yeah,
which is terrible in and of itself, because it's like it was a group of 5 or 6. It was 6 of them all together. He was the only one that got hit, but it was like 1:45 in the morning, so it's dark. And then it's like, what kind of argument did y'all have with the Lyft driver?
That's a serious Lyft argument.
I have never gotten to an argument. I take a lot of Lyfts. I take Lyfts out of town. Like when I'm out of town, if I go travel somewhere, we take Lyfts. We don't rent cars anymore. So I have not encountered a situation yet where I was just beefed out with the driver to the point where he's going to put me and the whole squad out on the side of a highway. Mm-hmm. But step back. Mm-hmm. If you ever get put out, step back. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's talk about some little geniuses. All right. Now, the first one, I hope I'm saying his name right. Nehemia? Nehema? Nehema. Nehemia.
Nahima.
Nehemia.
I say it like that. That's why I ain't the world greatest speller.
Mr. Junior.
There you go.
All right.
Let's go with that. Let's go. One more time.
Mr. Junior.
Amen.
So he's big. Oh, scuba da scabba. Bless you. From over there.
I went to go laugh at you. And I laughed and sneeze.
He's acting.
It's hard to laugh and sneeze at the same time. That sounds uncomfortable. I'm glad too, because that sounded super juicy.
Shut up. Come on.
All right, my man's right here at 5 years old was doing pre-algebra.
Ooh.
And
At
received
5?
At 5.
I'm in algebra 1.1.
Girl, in college I was in algebra, guess what? And then I had to still get a tutor and still get people to sit near me just in case I had questions. Just to pass, they were getting rid of that math class. They were like, we're going for a more challenging one the following year. I said, yes, I will take this math class.
I'm going to pass this shit right now.
I'm going to pass this because I can't do nothing, boy.
That's what my college trying to do. With one of our math class, they're trying to get rid of the other one. An easy one.
Nope, I had to pass that bad boy. But he got his Associates of Science at 13.
Whoa, that's beautiful.
I ain't done
What else?
with Mister.
What else?
Now at 15, he's graduating from Sam Houston State University
With what?
His bachelor's degree in health sciences, August 6th. One time for the one time. Give it up. Mr. Jude Neal.
Yeah.
Mr. Jude Neal.
And how old is he now?
15.
That's it.
I'm 15.
Yes.
Then by 21, he's going to be a billionaire. Ladies, get with him, ladies.
Listen, I'm
Get
just
him while
saying.
he's young. Get him while he's young.
I'm just saying they did the thing. That's all I'm saying is he did his thing.
His parents probably said, like, we got a smart baby.
Yeah,
A
because
smart
they had
baby.
a very supportive environment, and he was homeschooled along with his sister.
Ooh, so you know what that mean? They all about to get a check because their parents taught him to be like that? Yeah.
Early on.
They about to get a check from the government. And where they from?
Well, I think they're in Texas. But he's going to start studying for his MCAT. He wants to be a cardiologist.
What about this one? You ready for the next one?
I'm ready for the next one because it continues. Now let's talk about Alina Annalee. She is the youngest.
The youngest.
Say it again, say it again.
The youngest.
At 13.
13 years old.
Youngest black person to ever be.
Young black power.
Accepted in a medical school.
Oh my God. Jesus.
She posted her acceptance letter from the University of Alabama at Birmingham.
Alabama.
What is wrong with you?
So she was like, it's been a long journey, but it's all going to pay off at the end.
Time out. What? She's 13. What long journey?
She graduated high school at 12.
That was the year before. What the See, that's that black side of her.
Listen.
Nah, shout out to her though.
And now that because she's in one of those programs, so now in college, she's already completed more than half of her undergrad requirements at Arizona State University and Oakwood University.
And what am I doing?
Word. No, I'm with you. I'm 34 years old. I'm back in school. I'm like, what the fuck I'm doing?
First of all, what we want to say after we say congratulations, is everybody has their own road and their own path. What I'm doing is just highlighting that everybody's not just, shaking it on tail lights at the stoplight. Not that if you're doing it, it's something wrong with it. I'm just saying there's other things that people are doing that don't get as much attention, and we should give them some attention.
Behind every great hero
I mean, yeah, like
is their pet.
I'm not jealous
Batman
of,
works
like,
alone,
crowds.
except for
Like, you don't
Robin
see that
and Alfred,
often.
Commissioner Gordon,
Especially not
whoever
black
Morgan
kids,
Freeman
especially
played.
don't see black kids often.
Super Pets. Rated PG. Now play.
So I'm more proud than anything. But what am I doing?
You living your little 15-year-old life, baby.
All right.
That's what you doing.
All right.
Hanging
We
out.
are the world.
Why do you know the words?
Day by day.
Oh, okay.
Oh, let me find out, Nunu.
Not even.
Let me find out.
I used to listen to that a lot.
Why? Because your father?
No, that was all me.
Uh-oh. Okay.
What is that?
What happened?
My next story
What's your next story?
is also a safety precaution story.
It is a light-skinned lady at the beach. Very, very light-skinned lady.
I
Clear
think
lady
she
at
white.
the beach.
She's Britain. And she was on a boat and hopped off into, get into an inflatable donut ring. Her and her friends were going to go to a larger boat when the propeller sucked her in. And she was able to twist her body and they were able to pull her up. Now, obviously, the propeller did some things to her legs, but she's still alive.
Thank you, God.
Thank God.
But here is my safety precaution number 2 for today.
Oh, man.
When you're on a boat,
Sapphire safety caution.
that's what we should call it. When you're on a boat with a propeller, jump off the front.
Yeah, that's simple. That makes sense.
Congratulations.
Under
She
all-
played herself.
Yeah, under all circumstances, don't go near the back. Like, that is one of my biggest fears when I've been on boats.
And she jumped off saying, I can't.
Be what I want to be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, y'all got to be careful.
Now she scissor legs instead of scissor hands.
Wow, you ain't have to do her like that.
I know you ain't talking. No, the
disrespectful.
first show, you crushed people.
I don't think she crushed him like that, though.
Yeah,
I gotta go back to that
You're
YouTube.
going to have to go and look at it, because I don't think she did it like that.
Yeah.
Nah, you said she lived. Is she paralyzed?
That was, no. I mean,
she's got a custom bruising.
it's slashed into her leg, so I don't think she's paralyzed. I don't think it got her lower back.
Damn.
She's still in recovery, though. So they have to reconnect some bone,
Ouchie, that just hurt my legs.
that kind of stuff.
My legs
So,
hurt.
Yeah, we just gonna move on.
Yeah,
We're gonna get into this story before we take another quick break and then come back with the rest of our stories, because I still have to tell you how you can sneak out of a meeting. So important to do when you're actually in a meeting. And I have to tell you about a gang of movies. All right, but first.
That sounds so racist.
Definitely not racist. As a neck bra. All right, so if you're looking at this, if you're watching this, you see a guy holding somebody, and doesn't it look like they're wearing familiar outfits?
The police.
And it looks like he's choking out who?
The officer of the law, the other one.
So the sergeant.
This is clear on clear people abuse.
So the sergeant pulls up while they have a guy in handcuffs.
What type of guy?
A black suspect.
Okay.
He jumps out. He says, "If you ever disrespect my effing officers, I remove your effing soul from your effing body." So he's leaning into the vehicle, yelling at the dude. Well, a female officer tries to grab his belt and kind of pull him back, like, "Officer," because they all got on body cam footage.
But why did he attack? Because he arrested a black person?
So let me say it again. He's yelling at the suspect. The female grabs his belt and tries to pull him back to get away from the suspect.
Okay.
Because of his aggressiveness. He turns around,
And the sergeant
chokes her a second.
Oh, that's a female he choking.
Yes, then grabs her by the vest and is like, "Don't you ever effing touch me again. Get the F off me." So now, this 21-year-old veteran hothead, who all the other boys just standing around watching Nobody says anything.
No, I said anything. That nigga like.
Now he getting charged with felony battery.
They was smart why they didn't say nothing. They're like, we ain't been involved in that. We gonna let him ruin his career.
Cause they all had on body camera footage, and that's probably why I'm assuming she was trying to get him away from the suspect. Because if you're that aggressive, talking about you gonna suck somebody's soul from their body, you gonna pull it. Then next thing you might put your hands on them.
Well, he didn't say pause and nothing out of that. Oh, they gonna play with his booty when he get to jail.
Stop.
They gonna get him.
We gonna take your soul from your body.
We gonna take your soul.
Oh, she probably thought he was gonna put hands on her, and so she's pulling back like, we don't need this lawsuit. And then he just so angry. I don't know what happens with the testosterone.
Guess what? Internal sphere, get his ass. The state, get his ass.
What goes on with police officers?
I don't
They
know,
always so angry at
Because some
something.
of them feel like they don't you know why? Because a lot of them be mad because their wives leave them. Their wives be leaving them. A lot of them get mad because they didn't make captain. A lot of them mad because the new guys coming in, getting paid with their rank, and they have to work for it.
But that has nothing to do with the people you're pulling over.
He probably mad because he didn't pass the detector test, so he's still in the regular uniform.
You know, one time we got pulled over. It was me and a friend of mine, and the guy was, the cop is like, "You didn't stop," and I was like, "Are you sure? Because I'm still sitting here at the stop sign." And he was like, "Well, you rolled a little bit," and she was like, "Were you going for the jets?" Swear to gosh, he was like, "I was." You guys have a nice night. Like, you was mad about a football game, so you was about to give me a whole ticket out here? Like, y'all can't let y'all personal ill wills.
And that's one of the questions that they ask when they become officers. Do you let your personal life affect?
And they probably say no because they don't think it will.
You know they all got to take a psych test every year.
But listen, at the time you take the psych test, you're like freaking 20. You don't have anything to take over you. You don't have bills and kids and the pressures of a marriage. So y'all need ongoing psych tests. Y'all need these like every 2 years. How you dealing with it?
Every 6 months.
I ain't gonna be mad at that either. But y'all need to have them more often, not just at one time.
I vote from every six months to a year. You need to.
Plus, I also don't understand why I have to have more training than you do, and you got a weapon. You know how long I had to go to school?
Not even a
How
barber.
much training I had to get?
A barber or a beautician's got to go to fucking cosmetic school for 2.5 years.
I'm saying.
And you become a cop within 6 months.
6 months with a whole weapon out here. Not just one. You got like 3. You got a baton. You got a taser
and a gun.
Like, come on, bruh.
What you need all 3 for?
What you need all 3.
They still got batons? You just beating people out here still?
Boink, boink. Oh, we doing this? Because I thought we was going to
Oh,
a
shit.
short break.
All right, one more. We'll just do this.
Oh, okay. We going to do this, man? Okay.
Yeah.
Florida man.
It's always in Florida. It's always in Florida. It's always in Florida. Uncle Charlemagne always tell us the craziest people is from the Bronx in Florida.
Actually, if I'm correct, those cops were in Florida too. But anyway,
Oh, dear God.
Billy, let Lisa go.
that is not the right accent for Florida.
She had,
No.
she disobeyed us.
No.
What? Stop. Cut it out. That's not it.
That's neither
No,
one of those
that's
are the
that
correct
deep
accent.
South Florida. You
No,
trying to
it's not.
Yes, it is.
You talking like Alabama?
be, Nah, I'm telling you.
I think
Texas.
you're a little delusional on that one.
Nah.
That's not it.
Let's talk about
Who
the
this
Florida
Al
man
Bundy looking like? This Al
who
Bundy looking like.
drove to the Space Force. Now, let me tell you why he drove to
Oh,
Space
he had a
Force.
plan. He thought he was an Avenger.
He went to the Space Force base in a truck that he stole, a 2013 Ford F-150.
Oh, all right. Oh,
he
went-
stole 3 days beforehand.
Oh, he was on a mission.
He was on a mission to get out this important information. He went to go tell them that the government, he had to let the government know about the U.S. aliens fighting with Chinese dragons.
Oh, he thought
Wow,
the things drugs do.
wow,
He thought he was in an action-packed movie.
He thought running to the Space Force. He thought the Avengers was gonna be there. He thought he was gonna meet what the hell is
Bro, I thought he was in the cinematic. the
Samuel
Marvel
Jackson
cinematic universe.
character.
What was Samuel L. Jackson?
I forgot. Fury.
Oh, yeah.
He was going to
Nick
be Fury.
Yeah.
He was going to be Fury. He thought Iron Man was going to be there.
I don't like Iron
But
Man
who
like that.
are the U.S. aliens and where are they fighting with
Chinese
dragons?
dragons.
Like, I wanted to know so much more about this story, but
Yeah, he was the
Side is he
alien.
on here?
they're
The
not giving
Chinese
it to
dragons
me.
or the
They are
US
not.
aliens?
I don't know. I'm thinking the U.S. aliens since he went to go tell the U.S. government.
Oh,
but they don't know
God.
that their own aliens are fighting the Chinese dragons. And where is this happening in space?
And why are aliens and dragons fighting each other?
And is this in space though?
Is this? And how did you find out?
How you find out?
How
Did
you
you
the only person?
Did
that
you
found out?
intercept the call? It came through. Shh. Aliens and dragons, Beamer. Shh. Aliens and dragons, Beamer. Like he thought he was in Stranger Things.
Right, bro thought he was on a mission. He thought he was in an action-packed movie.
Because whenever you steal a truck to go to the base, you meant business.
Whoa, hold up. Why did he even steal a truck? He should have took his own car. He probably wouldn't even got...
Because that's what he got charged with, Grand Theft Auto.
That's it. They said, well, sir, the information is grateful that you gave us. So we'll take that into consideration, but...
you stole the truck.
You stole the truck.
Yeah.
You know what would have been funny? The truck he stole is somebody that worked there. Like, that's my truck.
No, the whole thing was funny.
He's like, I gotta tell
the story was funny.
Yeah, that only in Florida.
I can't wait till they get more information. When they interview him, like the lady who sent that 65,000 text to the guy that she had fallen in love with after one date, I need to see his interview. Now, for more excitement,
we'll go to one song.
We'll be back after just a really quick music break. And then we're going to finish this up for you. So keep it locked right here with The Konnect Show.
I was hopeless. Change for their benefits.
Hey, you hopeless?
They try to change you instead of accepting you for who you are, you know what I mean? Yeah. Look. Can I live and keep it completely honest? But is it really hard for these people to keep a promise? Problem is, too many people ain't been true to theyself. Faking who they not, just something just to prove to theyself. I lost trusting on my friends, but y'all don't know how that felt. Ones around the way ain't find a way, now asking for help. The struggle almost pulled me down, on streets almost pulled me in. My composure kept me closer to the truth that's from within. Being in an everyday struggle like academics. More graveyard and school sites and I resent it. I'm proud to say my state of mind don't got them type of limits. I gotta ask, is it heaven dying or is hell living? Only fools think clothes cover right what they missing. They tell me what I should do like they was in my position. Damn. Still sharp and still, but still they hold the still. I see the youth ain't got no guidance, just guns and pills. I like my enemies cause they stab for the chest. They don't stab in the back, Lord I pray for the best. Rid me of the negatives, I'll handle the rest. What's worse, they want me to change to fit in with the rest. I like my enemies cause they stab for the chest. They don't stab in the back, Lord I pray for the best. Rid me of the negatives, I'll handle the rest. What's worse, they want me to change and fit in with the rest, yeah. Love me for me and who I am. They saying that I can, but I'm knowing that I can. Love me for me and what I'm not. They want me to change, they want me to stop. Just love me for me, yeah. Just love me for me, yeah. Love me for me and what I'm not. They want me to change and they want me to stop. I learned never tell them your biz cause they use that against you. Question. If they plotting on you, dog, is they plotting with you? How many times people said they was, but ain't official? I see them lose themselves, chasing the status symbol. But knew I had a bigger purpose ever since I was little. And ever since I moved a little different than all of my peers. Cause that's why I feel, dog, that I just don't fit in here. Man, I'm just making it clear, opinions never made me neglect my beliefs and attitude and the things that I rep. I inspire, they don't wanna show support or respect. That's just fuel to make it bigger than what they expect. I'ma shine on the ones that's trying to dim the effect. I'ma change just like, man, I was calling collect. It's like I'm walking with a blindfold and seeing with my eyes closed. Where I'm going, man, that's something that only God knows. They feel my words, it's like it's railroad. The industry is built off lies, ain't hard to tell though. But I ain't and I never will. I'm here, so love me for me or just lead the field. Yeah, just like me for me. I ain't going to change to the person that y'all really want me to be. I made a promise to myself and that was no matter what. I stayed true to myself, yeah. I like my enemies cause they stab for the chest. They don't stab in the back, Lord I pray for the best. Rid me of the negatives, I'll handle the rest. We still, yeah, check me. I like my enemies cause they stab for the chest. They don't stab in the back, Lord, I pray for the best. Rid me of the negatives, I'll handle the rest, nigga. Love me for me.
And guess who's Bazak? That's right, that's us. Ooh, yes. Yes, indeed.
Sorry.
Sound like you just had something extra going on. Like you've been eating something that, yep, okay. Anyway.
Ew.
Don't you be in my laugh.
Hey, why you laugh like that?
I used to want to laugh like Fozzie the Bear. I did.
Why?
Off the Muppets? I don't know. I thought he was funny.
You're
And he
such
used
a-
to go waka 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 waka.
Waka waka waka
Waka waka waka.
I thought that was funny.
Nah, I know what though is funny. Anima. Nigga didn't say nothing else.
And that's where
he said he was constipated.
that's where they got root.
Oh, what?
That's where they got goop.
Oh, I thought you said root. I'm about to say, oh my God, you talk about me.
Groot. So 2 people were. I saw this video of the road rage incident. I don't know if you saw it, but it was a truck that pulls up. A car is trying to get around it. It's in Texas.
Of course.
Lady pulls
Bronx,
out a gun.
Florida, and Texas.
Lady pulls out a gun. Buck, buck, buck. Starts
Whoa,
shooting.
tell me. Wait, what's your gun effect, son?
Buck, buck, buck.
You sound like the beginning of the Dr. Dre song. Ring, ding, dong.
What's your gun
Ring,
effect
ding, ding,
sound?
ding. Bow, bow, bow.
I could be like, but she ain't have that. She ain't have an
You got the
automatic.
chopper. You got the chopper.
She didn't have an automatic, so I just boop.
Nah. What Meek Mills when he was dissing Kendrick Lamar? Do. My gun go do. That's just like a laser.
Yeah, he got a little 22.
He got a little ass paintball gun.
So now they've arrested 2 people because what they didn't show initially, which I don't think onlookers knew, is that they're...
Talk about. What's the name of the thing? Onlookers?
Yes.
That shit sound like the strip club down the block from here. On the lookers.
There is a lookers.
On the looker news.
But there is lookers.
Lookers?
No, onlookers. Like the people who are on looking.
Oh my God.
What they didn't know, I don't think, when they posted this video, there was a 2-year-old in the back of that car.
Oh my God.
So the 2-year-old is okay, but they got glass on him. And the driver, that was his nephew, he got treated for being grazed. So now these 2 suckers, because why are you shooting? Why?
Why are we always pulling out guns in Texas and Florida?
Because they got no laws against guns.
Yeah, no law. You can't tell me not to carry my goddamn gun.
So whenever I feel like busting, I'm just bust. So that
Boy, you better back up.
The 2 of them got arrested.
Nah, I'm gonna keep it real.
With aggravated assault with a deadly weapon.
Them 2, they both was going through something. I think they once again their girls left them. They was mad at each other.
No, the girl was the one shooting at the car.
Why? Who was in the car?
You don't see the girl?
Listen.
She the one shooting. You better zoom in if you don't see her.
She was shooting. Fuck, she was shooting at.
I don't know, but look at that badonkadonk though. Once you zoom in.
Stop.
Hey, yo.
Hey, that booty is doing what that booty do. I'm just saying.
Let's zoom in right now. Why the fuck is doing everything but okay.
I don't know, but look at that booty though.
My man, who they shooting at? They like some Bonnie and Clyde type
He
shit.
not shooting, she is.
So what is she doing?
She's shooting a gun.
I mean him.
He's pointing.
Get him.
Like they talking, fussing and whatnot. She's the one bussing.
He said, you want this? You better bust it.
Because I don't think that he shot. Well, when I saw the video, it didn't look like he shot too. I thought she was the only one shooting. But I could be wrong.
I said, I need a ride or die chick.
Hey, and she rode and y'all died because it's over for y'all.
Wow.
Anyway, let's move on. Now, I thought this only happened in the hood, but apparently this happens all around the world.
Japan.
We're in Japan. Guy riding his motorcycle, hits the car, and takes off.
Whoa, time out. The dude on the motorcycle took off?
Yeah.
I thought it'd be the opposite way around. The dude in the car would take, like, oh shit, you can't keep moving. But he ran into somebody.
Yeah, he ran into somebody and
took off.
Sped off. He did about $2,913 worth of damages.
Okay.
They found him because of video footage later on.
Suspect on the move, cutting through Starbucks.
My man's is 69. Ain't had a license in over 50 years.
Oh, so that nigga was just flipping down the road, doing all type of karate shit.
I thought only in the hood people just drove around with no license.
Why did you think that was?
Because that's the only time I've ever heard of such things. Is people being like, I got some fines, you know, it got suspended, I got to pay it off, so they don't have one, but they still driving. I didn't know my elderly folks in other countries.
In Japan, my elderly folks.
Because he's damn near 70.
Yeah.
Riding out and getting it. Because I'm having accidents and they're skirting.
Right around, don't get it. Right around, don't get it.
I straight skirted on y'all like.
Skirt!
Peace out.
Toodles. So, I don't know how long he's going to be in
He said
jail.
they won't catch me.
And at first he tried to lie and say he forgot his license and he was going to bring it back later. Now, I need my jingle because we're about to get into some other things.
Brrr, you can't make this.
Ish up. So we're still in Japan, right?
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, we're still in Japan. There's been a monkey gang that's been attacking people in Japan.
A gang?
A monkey gang.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Where the hell did you get this picture from? Because if you didn't know, it make it look like it's them. It's really them who's
They look
doing
like
it.
they took a selfie. How the monkeys take
Especially the one in the corner right here.
They all posed up.
She the ghetto friend like, get my good side. Hold up. And she like, Psh, girl, please. They talking about they want me. She just happy to be there because she the friend that get no play.
She like, I'm FNF. I'm FREE.
And this one's like the leader like, just come on.
I'm fuck monkey free.
Gotta find that. Let me see if I get that instrumental. Hold up. Oh man.
They think that they killed the leader recently.
Wait, how y'all
Who's the
for real
leader?
ganging out here though? Like with the leader and everything.
I don't know how they figured out who the leader was.
We got blood, crips, and monkeys. That's crazy.
Throwing that in full.
What part of the monkey
Every
set
great
you in?
song needs two things: a beat and a hook.
Forget your ooh ah. You done forget. Yeah. I'm FREE, fuck monkey free. I come out here and swing it through a tree. No.
Not the tree.
Oh goodness.
Fuck monkey free. We out here fuck
Who
monkey
think
free.
they better than me?
The monkeys.
But the fact they injured over 50 people.
For what? Like how? Yo,
Can somebody
I
call
know.
me
I know.
Big
I know it's
Monkey?
not funny, but they just walking up like they acting normal, and then they just turn around, smack, wow.
Ooh, ah.
Nah.
I don't know.
If that shit is real, Planet of the Apes. I told y'all they make movies that's really going to fuck on, and I think the shit just came out.
Because they talking about they got what they thought was the main perpetrator, but then the attacks and sightings were still reported. So
How do y'all know who the main one? Caesar.
they all
Caesar, come
the
here.
one that's been talking.
Caesar.
It's monkeys. Y'all
The incidents have included several break-ins through unlocked doors and windows.
Yo, they breaking the house. Yo.
One
it's
man
over.
is
It's
in
over.
his 70s, attacked
over.
in his sleep.
It's over. Slap the shit out of him. He probably peed on him too, like on some.
There's been some light bites and scratches with a few precautionary hospital visits.
That's why niggas got monkey pops now.
Word, they over here poxing.
They're out here.
All
really
right.
monkeying it out.
Our last one was just like, ugh. I just was like, ugh. But we still can't. Give me my jingle.
We can make this
Ish
shit up.
Bum, ba, da, bum, 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 bum.
There's a such thing as an invasive green crab, right? It eats wildlife and fish around it in the waters. So what some people decided to do to help out with the ecosystem, in New Hampshire, a distillery is making whiskey out of this green crab for $65 a bottle, infused with the taste of the green crabs that have been steeped with spices.
That just sounds nasty.
I was so nauseous reading this
That just
because
sound-
I've never wanted alcohol to be blended with seafood. Like,
Yeah.
I could see having a Corona while I'm eating crab legs, okay. But whiskey that tastes like crab with spices, I can't believe it until I taste it.
You had to put that in food or something like that.
I would have to taste it. I would have to taste it because I can't believe that this bottle would be worth $65. And they came from England and came over here and just started destroying stuff back in the 1800s, but now they're out of hand. So, yeah. Would you drink that?
Hell no.
Okay, then. Well, with that being said, they can lay about 175,000 eggs over their lifetime.
Of course they
so
can.
that's what's posing the problem and why there's so many of them.
It's always the ugliest animals that breed the most.
Like people. So what would you like to say before we go?
Be smart. Be safe. Don't do anything stupid.
Okay, that was very...
I like that.
That's what my history teacher used to say over the weekend. He'd be like, okay, bye class, be smart, be safe, and don't do anything stupid.
Thanks, history teacher.
Yay!
Bam, what would you like to say?
I would just like to say, don't give up the fight. When you think you get rejected and knocked down the first time, just keep going. Keep fighting. And just have hope.
That's how I feel about natural deodorant.
What the
Listen,
fuck?
you can't
What
just
the fuck are you
go
talking?
in with
How you gonna
the
fuck up my positivity quote and you just, that's how I feel about deodorant. Yo.
That's my closing argument. Like natural deodorant, you can't just give up the fight. Perhaps you found one that didn't agree with you, but you still want to keep going. Aluminum is not your best friend. I'm just telling you. You want to keep that fight going.
It got all deep.
Now, if you haven't subscribed or hit those like and share buttons on YouTube, make sure you do so with the Konnect Show. We enjoy you so much love, so much positivity. Moving forward into the next time we see each other. I am Sapphire Waterworks McLovin.
I'm you.
DJ Bam, aka Moops.
And this is the Konnect Show. Thanks so much. Toodles. Oh, wait. I forgot. I was supposed to tell you one of the ways to sneak out of a meeting.
And this is the how to sneak the fuck out.
This is PS.
Yeah, it's a PS moment.
This is the sneak out in plain sight. Now, we got different ways to sneak out, so I'm going to get into another one next week. But this one is the plain sight one. First, let people know that you've been in the meeting.
Hey, I'm here.
How's everybody doing?
How's everybody doing? You
So
good?
to see
Yo,
you.
how's the kids? Go ahead.
A short presentation, maybe a brief speech.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say what one job that we all been doing as a team.
So people remember that you were there.
So we here. That's what I'm talking about.
Call attention to yourself. Go back and forth a couple times.
Oh, man.
Say
yo.
that the coffee is like running through you.
Yo, listen. Yo, we need to change that shit out there. Change what? That.
Woo, because I'm feeling it today.
Word. Y'all ain't feeling it? Ain't hot?
And then last but not least, just don't come back.
Oh, that's my favorite one.
Because I've actually done this before. Before I had the book, I've actually done that. Where it's like, yeah, and then I'll ask questions. And then at some point, I just come up missing. Good times. Now take that with you.
Oh.
That's our Konnect Show, PS.
That's beautiful.
I like that. The PS Konnect Show.